Hey everyone, welcome back. So, today I thought I would work on a little bit more of the page I was working on in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. And I'm finding that I kind of enjoy coloring more in the evening time. So, I hope the lighting is okay. If it's not, I hope you guys would let me know, because it is in the evening time and the light that I use for the evening is kind of a bit warmer than I would use during the daytime, just because it's better on my eyes. So I hope the lighting is okay. If it's not, I hope you guys would let me know. So we're gonna get started. So I'm going to work on the leaves that are, actually I'm gonna start with the middle. Excuse you. I'm gonna start with the middle of the flowers here because there's not very many of those. So I'm gonna do the middle brown, and then I'm also going to do the book, the cover of the book brown. So let's actually start up top, and I'm just gonna zoom in so you guys can see. And I'm gonna move the older copy of Ivy because I'm working on this side. I put the older copy on the left side when I'm working at the beginning, but I'm not at the beginning, so no big deal. So I'm gonna work with Hazel, and I'm just going to base the middle, and I'm going to base the book, and I'm going to skip over, there's like two little lines here. I'm gonna skip those because let me see here, how's this going? Because I think I might want to add a little bit of metallic there. So I'm just gonna base what I have. And you have Yuki in the background tonight. That is who you hear making noises and doing little mini barks. He tries to bark loudly, but when I give him a look, he usually kind of cuts it out a bit. I'm trying to teach him that he doesn't have to bark unnecessarily at everything, literally everything. So next I'm gonna use, hey, what is going on over there? I'm going to use a different, and I'm going to just kind of put it in a circular, almost like the light is coming from a certain direction. And then for this one, there's going to be a line of shadow. So that's what I'm adding there. Also down here, but this one's a little bit harder to do because it's not a lot of space. So you'll want to make sure your pencil's very sharp, or you can just use 2 colors versus 3. I tend to only use 3 colors or more, but sometimes I will use 2 if the space just seems too small, or if I feel like 2 is only needed. Hey, knock it off. So that is the second color, and again, I really hope you guys can see this. Next color is going to be a bit darker. This is going to be burnt sienna, and actually I'm going to sharpen this one a little bit because I want to make sure this is right along the edge. Not going to use much of this, so I want this very sharp. And I'm going to start down here since my pencil is very sharp right now, and this is the smallest little section. So I want to make sure that I get that there. And now I'm gonna move to the sides. So not much going on for me today. I do have work tomorrow. I want to kind of test and see maybe record a video before work and see how I feel doing a recorded video on a work day. Now, normally I wouldn't dare do that because recording kind of takes a lot sometimes, and I usually do not have the energy to do it. But I want to test it out and see what it would be like if I recorded a video, kind of a short one like the one that I'm doing now with the ivy and the inky butterflies. So I might record a short coloring session of me coloring an ivy and the inky butterfly, just maybe like, 15-20 minutes before I leave for work, and kind of see how I feel about that. My work nap will be slightly shorter, or I can do it when I wake up from my work nap, but I might do it before, because if I do it after, that's usually the time where I'm getting up and getting ready for work, and I really don't want to rush to get ready for work. I like to take my time when I'm getting ready for work, because I have to mentally prepare for work. It might sound a bit crazy, but I really have to mentally prepare going into that place. So I think what I will do is do it before I nap. I have an alarm set, right, for me to wake up in the morning. But sometimes, especially lately, what I do, I get up and I turn it off. I will get up and I will turn off that alarm, and I will roll over and go back to sleep for another hour or so. I'm just stopping for a drink here. Just give me a second. It's very hot here in Vegas, so it's very important to stay hydrated. So instead of rolling over, going back to sleep, I think I'm going to actually get up and record a video. And I don't think it would take from my nap if I do it that way. And I just want to test it for like a day or two and see how I feel about it, because I do want to upload more, and I do work full time, so it's kind of like finding time to upload more. I really would like to have a lot of videos on my channel to kind of look back to later on down the line, just so I could have like a recorded even though like when you color in your coloring books, technically you are recording your coloring progress, but I'd like to have it actually recorded on my YouTube channel. So I want to record more. Plus, I want you guys to be able to have a lot of videos to look at. I don't want anyone getting bored. So, I want to try that. At least give it a shot and see. Whoa, that pencil tried to get away from me. Give it a shot, see what it turns out like, how it turns out, how the videos turn out. I also don't want them to seem rushed or anything like that. So it's gonna be a test run, definitely. Just, I'm not making any promises other than, I would like to upload more. Now, I could on my off days just spend like a day recording, but I don't really want to do that either, because I have other things that I have to do and like to do. I'm also a gamer. I play a lot of games, so I want to make sure I have time for that as well. So now that I have the inside of my flowers colored, I'm gonna move on to some of these leaves. Now, these leaves here are the ones that I'm kind of looking at here. And maybe some of the ones up top. So for sure, I know I want these, and I'm just gonna base all of the ones that I know I want, and the ones that are attached to these here, I'm gonna put those there. Because I know that those are the ones that I want. Now these, I could probably get away with doing these metallic, so it won't just be metallic greens at the bottom. I'll have some at the side, and then I can do a couple of the ones up top. So I'm gonna leave those. And then these ones here, I might do like a kind of a pink and green vibe for those, because those are much different than the other leaves. So right now I'm just basing these because I know for a fact that I want these to be the color that I have. And I also want to upload more because I feel like if I hadn't gotten on and colored tonight, I feel like this page would still be sitting the way it is probably until maybe tomorrow or later on in the week. So I do also appreciate when I get on and record while I'm coloring, because I feel like I also get more done for some reason. My fellow YouTubers out there, do you guys also feel that way? When you feel like you get more coloring done when you turn the camera on? I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I definitely feel that way. So, and I think that's a good thing, because I would like to get more pages done. I like when I have things to show you guys, and I'm like, hey, I'm making coloring progress here. I'm not just looking at my coloring books and they're not getting any coloring in or anything like that. I do kind of flop around a lot though, and oftentimes I'm in one book for a while, or not in enough books. And like right now, I'm heavy on my mythographic books. Those are one of the only few books that I have out right now. I have my Ivy book out, and those are the main ones that I have been coloring in, and also PDFs in my PDF folder. I do have a couple of Kirby books out. I think I have Mythomorphia might be out, because I have a whip in there, and maybe Mythic World. But I don't, the rest of my coloring books, I kind of have them out of sight, out of mind, so I'm not kind of lost and unsure of what I want to color, because I find it very hard sometimes to, when I have all of my books out and they're just kind of staring at me, I don't know what to color. And then that also kind of prolongs me working in my books, because I have so many out. So I put a lot of them away. My mythographic books and my Kirby books are my favorite, so I pulled out all of my mythographic books. Those are mainly being used for my color palette challenges and learning patience while coloring, because you need a lot of patience for those. If you really want it to turn out the way you want it to, I feel like you need a lot of patience and a lot of paying attention to. So I have those out, and like I said, I have like one or two Kirby books out, and this one. My PDF folder is always out. I have that with my other binders, such as my color combo binder and my color swatch binder. They're all next to me on my cart, so when I'm filling a PDF, I can just grab from that. What else? Oh, and Mouse Guard in Wildergorn. So I don't have any of my other, like my Symphony of Cute Animals book that I like to work in. I put it away. I'm trying to focus on just certain things. And even though Mouse Guard and Kirby and Wilder Gorn is out, I have not worked in them. At least not lately. But when I do kind of get tired of coloring in my mythographic books, I want to have some options that are already out. So that is why I have Kirby and my Wilder Gorn book that I do want to finish, as well as Mouse Guard. So I am gonna do a revised version of my books I want to finish video, simply because they have changed a little bit, and because I have certain books out and I put certain books away. Some of the books that I put away are or were on my completed book list. So once I revise it and figure out which books I actually want to complete, I will make a kind of a chart for it and put that in my coloring planner so it can look at me and I can look at it when I need to remember. These guys have some little tiny leaves on them too, so I'm going to also do these. These are much smaller than the ones down at the bottom, so I will probably only do 2 colors for those. So yeah, so once I do that, I'm trying to be more focused on what I actually want to complete, because if not, then I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place, and I don't think I like being all over the place when it comes to trying to complete something. And notice that I don't really post completed pages video because I'm a much slower colorist, and there isn't a lot that I complete in a month, if at all anything. So mine are more like uploads of my weekly progress, because it's more of me making progress than completing pages. I'm nowhere near as fast as some of these colorists here on YouTube, and a lot of them that are very fast colorists, their pages look great, but I find that if I work too fast, then my page does not look the way I want it to look. It doesn't have as many layers as I would like it to have, as far as, you know, layering and shading and such. So I work at my own pace, and I just update you guys when I can. So for this green, I think I'm also gonna do maybe some of these bigger leaves, and then have the smaller ones so this one, and I'm just gonna base these, and then I'll color them on my own, because again, I want these videos not very long, and I know coloring these will probably be a whole nother 20 minutes. So this one, definitely this one, on both sides, of course, and I'm thinking this one here, and then these 2 on each side, as well as these up here, will be metallic. So I don't know if these are strawberry flowers or not. I don't really know what strawberry flowers look like, but nor do I know what color they are. But this is just kind of like my own little way of coloring. All right, we are back. I had an alarm that went off and interrupted the video. So and then for these, I'm just gonna kind of bring the color up and then have it fade out at the top. there's always an alarm or a phone call or a text message or something like that interrupting my video. So I do apologize for that. Sometimes I'll have alarms and I'll forget to turn them off or to check before I start recording. And sometimes, I don't know if you guys hear the alarm before the video gets cut off, but the video does get cut off when that happens. So then I have to kind of do like a 2 point, like, so this is part 2, but I have to do like a part 2.2 because the video got interrupted, and I don't like just leaving the video, oh, it cut off, that's too bad, and then you guys are like, well, was that it? Or I like to come back and be like, hey, the video got cut off, I apologize. I don't want to just leave you guys hanging wondering what happened. Because believe it or not, I've actually seen that happen. I've people will have their videos get cut off and then won't know what happened until next week when they post the next video, and then you're like, oh, okay. I don't know, I'm just, I would hate for someone to do that, and so I try not to do it. I try to be like, hey, this is what happened, I'm sorry, okay, now the video's over. Like, my alarm doesn't dictate when my video is over. So, but I've seen it so much, and it's like, wow, are you gonna tell your viewers what happened? Nope. Or even a community post, like, just be like, oh, hey, the video got cut off, thunderstorm or whatever the reason, I don't know. But sometimes they don't say anything, so you're left wondering what happened, and it's just kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, so that happened, and then I was gonna go live today, but we've been having like this weird wind. Even though it's like 110 degrees, the wind is still like crazy blowing everywhere, and I do not trust doing a live when the wind is blowing here, because every time I try to do a live and the wind is blowing, the internet either goes out, something crazy happens with the internet poles outside, or something happens with YouTube and I just do not get to do the live stream, and it doesn't turn out very well. So whenever I get that, oh, we're under a high wind advisory, I just leave it be, and I'm like, okay, no live today. So I wanted to do one though, because I hadn't done one in a while. So it didn't happen. I don't trust it. And then it'll be my luck where I'm like, oh, maybe it was just a fluke the last 3 times it happened. Let's try it. And Mother Earth decides to remind me, like, yeah, no, that was no fluke. I messed up your internet, and I did it for a reason. So don't test me and shut down the internet for a week just because I tried to test Mother Earth. So, with that being said, no live until this wind. And anyway, like, I don't know, Vegas, we get strange weather. It's very strange. We get wind and all kinds of weird mystery stuff. So that's what the leaves are going to look like on this side. We are making our way with this page. I almost zoomed out. I almost went like this. So yeah, so once I do, I'm gonna do the pencils probably pink, and then these leaves down here will probably be pink and green, and then maybe I'll come back and do the metallics with you guys. I'll finish the pencil work on my own. I might skip this page for now and this one, maybe move on to this one, or maybe not. I might not skip that page. We'll see what I feel like doing. I might even go back and do this one before I move forward. But yeah, that is it for today. So I will see you guys next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.